Hi, I'm Colin Ferns. I've been fixing Mercedes cars for 44 years. I know I don't look like it. I started when I was 10. Anyway, a common misconception on M127, 129 and 130 engines, Mercedes engines from the 60s through to the early 70s. They had this kind of throttle body. I'm not going to discuss today the vacuum line, which determines the position of which determines whether you've got a vacuum advance or vacuum retard. That's another video another day. What I want to talk about today is the throttle butterfly and its rest position. This is the throttle butterfly, and this is what happens when you push your accelerator pedal. That's the accelerator pedal released, choking the air from getting into the engine, so stopping it from accelerating. When you push the accelerator, you open the throttle wide. That allows the air to be ingested. Fuel too, but that's another story. But the key thing is the rest position, which is fully closed. And the common misconception that this screw here is the idle speed screw. It is not. This screw is for setting the basic rest position of your throttle butterfly. So when you release the pedal, the butterfly is fully closed. Your idle speed is then dealt with by a completely separate screw on your intake manifold. So how do you set the basic setting? It's very easy. In the closed position, you'll see that screw is what restricts any further movement towards the closed position. Now, if I undo that screw, or at least undo the lock nut, and undo the screw, I'm going to go half, one and a half, 2 turns. Now, I've undone the screw so that now when I close the throttle, it actually jams in the venturi, and you can hear it as I try to open it snapping open. You hear that almost like a duck quack, and that's because the throttle butterfly is binding in the venturi, and that's what you need to stop. But you need to stop it just enough so that the throttle is fully closed without binding. So you just wind this screw in. I'm going to go back half, one and a half, 2 screws, because that's where I started. And I can just feel still a little bind. As I slam it shut, there should be no resistance to me opening it with the slightest of pressure. So I'm going to just do the tiniest of turns, just a quarter turn, even a 1/16 of a turn. Stop that binding. And that is the basic position set. Then simply do up the lock nut and check when you shut the throttle butterfly, it doesn't jam. You do not want your throttle butterfly set partially open by over adjusting this screw, because then your proper idle speed air screw won't work. Now lastly, I like to get some of this stuff, which they use in aviation, to put on the screw, just to make sure that I and anybody else who's looking at this throttle butterfly knows that it has been set, and I don't want anybody unsetting it. So this is a tamper-proof bead. If anybody touches that, that bead will break off, and I'll know, or anybody else will know, somebody's been playing with it. Have a good day.